Welcome back to the Human First podcast with me, Adrian Murphy. Today is, well, everyone we do, I hope, is very special, but today is particularly exciting because I have Craig Mathieson with me.
Morning.
So Craig, for those of you who don't know, is a renowned Scottish polar explorer and also the founder of the Polar Academy, which we'll be talking a bit about. But welcome.
Thanks very much.
It's good to have you.
Really exciting being here.
Yes, in front of our even bigger screen now for those of you watching, which is just excellent. So it's probably, why don't we start with you? Tell us a wee bit about yourself as a polar explorer, and we can take it from there.
Exploring's always been part of me ever since a wee boy. But it was really reading the books of the greats, like Scott and Amundsen and Nansen and Amundsen and all these guys. I thought one day getting to the South Pole would be the pinnacle of exploration. And I was dead lucky. Managed to join an expedition that got there, which led to the North Pole. Otherwise, you're kind of unbalanced. You've got to do both.
Right.
Which led to the Polar Academy, which I do now.
And what I mean, in between being a young man, a boy, reading these books and then becoming ultimately a member of the Explorers Club.
Yeah.
What you'd a background in the military as well in between that?
Yeah, I mean that
helped with your exploring.
that was my training. Really was the military. I joined up here in Glasgow in the recruiting office in Glasgow, and I only had one question, and I was like, "Do you go to Antarctica?" And he went, "Yes." He lied, and so I said, "Yeah, I'll just sign anyway." And so I had a brilliant career in the military. For me, the military was the best training you could ever do. So I kind of used it to help what I really wanted to do later on in life.
Yeah.
So I did get as far south as South Georgia and was able to cross that and do amazing things with amazing people, amazing leaders.
Yeah.
The downside of the military is obviously war.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which
yes.
really
It's not ideal.
That's the buzzkill of the military.
Yeah.
So instead of going to the coldest places, I spent a lot of time out in the hottest places. It's so when the Gulf kicked off and all that.
Yeah.
So I was out there doing all that nonsense.
And that's not your. It's not really your. I'm right in saying you much prefer the cold.
Prefer the cold.
Which is why I asked about Antarctica.
It was 13 degrees coming here this morning. I thought that's about the limit of heat.
You're going to hate it later. It's to be like 23 degrees.
I know. When I left the military, I was kind of lost for a wee while, just like most people when you leave, because in the military you've got everything. You're in charge of like millions of pounds worth of equipment. You've got all these people listening to you and following you, and then all of a sudden that's gone.
Yeah.
But I had Michelle, who was just my girlfriend back then, and I thought, right, what do I do in civil life to bring me up?
Yeah.
So I thought the closest thing to military, I thought back then, was customs and excise, because it's like anti-drugs and all that kind of stuff. So joined up with them. And this is when the first time we actually kind of spoke about money, because said, how much do you want paid? I said, well, no, I don't know. And then he said, and then asked the question, and said, how much did the military pay you? I said, I genuinely don't know.
Really?
I genuinely don't know, because it was totally insignificant to me.
Yeah.
And to my whole team. We never spoke about money once, thinking about it.
Really?
Yeah, that was a number that was in a bank account at the end of the month.
Yeah.
And it meant nothing. I mean, we could never spend it. We were out in deployment 6 months at a time.
Well, I was going to say, you weren't going to the shops and, all the usual stuff that us civilians would typically be doing.
We were provided with everything. We had accommodation, food, clothing.
Yeah.
What we had. So there was none of that worry. Sort of real life worry there. So that was taken away from you. So with money, I mean, I just used to send it home. I didn't need it.
Yeah.
So there was that, and then you think, God, I have to like grow up now and think about these things. So I'd done that for a while, and I slowly got dragged, kind of kicking and screaming, into financial fraud, which then you meet some interesting people.
Yes, I can imagine.
As you can imagine. And I was really good at it.
Right, okay.
To the point where I was upsetting a lot big accountancy firms. And then you know how it works.
Yes.
They then want you to work for them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hunter come gamekeeper.
And that's what I'd done for a few years and built up with that, mainly on compliance, because this was at the time when there was so many mega offshore tax schemes going about.
Yeah.
Really dodgy stuff, really. And it was the promise of millions and stuff. But actually, I turned it around where a lot of things shown like clever compliance can earn you just as much without any risk at all. So we'd done that. And of course, like when senior partners realised, God, like this guy's bringing in all these major hitters, there is no risk to us, and there's certainly no risk to the client. Yep. But look at his fee income. It's like skyrocketing.
Yep.
There's something happening here. So I went from that, and then you get poached by other people. But the whole time in my head, this was just a job. It was nothing more than that. I mean, everything I do, I try and do it 100%. But I would go home and totally switch off from it. And by this time, I'm married and got young children. But again, your heart's just aching to do what I really want to do.
During that period, were you more aware of, obviously, be aware of money because of the job, but were you more aware of your own finances at that point?
Yeah, well, you know, as soon as children come along, that's it's like anything that you want to do stops. And everything goes into family, which is how it should be. But I generally loved it. Absolutely. I mean, I love being a father. I love having children. And that was my total focus. So it was like working to live. And then as soon as I was home, tie off, I was dad again. Never spoke about work to my children at all. They never knew what I'd done in the military to quite recently as well.
Okay.
And then, again, you're getting poached up. But again, with everyone, I think everyone, you get to that point. Well, it certainly got to me. I was made partner. I was now a partner in an accountancy firm. And I'd sat down. I thought, this is the most unhappiest I've ever been. Wow. It's probably the most financially best we've ever been. But I thought, I'm not getting any satisfaction at all from this. And I would speak to Michelle and say, I've got this plan. And my plan, I wrote with a guy, you probably know him, maybe you've interviewed him, a guy called Chris Tyson.
Yes.
From like all the Tyson outdoor retailers. I sat down with him and we'd meet regularly and just for catch up. And it would always be lunch and it would always be like too much wine at lunch. And I said, Chris, I've got this plan. It's called the Polar Academy. This is where it is. And we got the napkin out and we drew the plan on it. But we started off with the values. Right? And then it was like the type of children that we need to work with that are getting missed. Everything except the money bit, because that wasn't important to me, the money bit. I thought if you've got a true value-based plan, that it will happen. And we wrote this, and I still have that napkin. And nothing has changed at all. That plan was perfect over that lunch. It doesn't need tweaked at all. And I came back and I went back into work, and I remember it was a Monday, and the managing partner got me, and I won't say names, but he said something to me, and I thought, it's just, you've gone over the edge now. You're talking about greed.
Yeah.
I said, I don't want to live in this world anymore. So I went away and wrote my resignation letter. Handed it in, just very brief, as all these letters are.
Yep.
Went home, and I kid you not, like walking to Queen Street Station, every footstep I got closer, I felt happier and lighter, thinking, what am I going to tell Michelle? Hindsight's a brilliant thing. And like got back and like obviously told Michelle, and she said, good. It was killing you.
Yeah. It's probably sucking the life out of you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's when the Polar Academy was born. That's when I went up to Dundee. That's where Oscar, the charity regulator, is based.
Yeah.
And said, I've got this plan on this dotty napkin. What I need to do to get it up and running. So that they were great. I mean, brilliant people. And they gave me sort of the A to Z how to do it.
Yeah.
Never had a penny. I spent most of the time as a partner paying off debts. Because I hate being in debt.
Yeah.
So paying off stuff. And I thought, right, we're just going to go for this. And I always believe, like, you shouldn't wait until you've got the money for these things. Mm-hmm. You should do the most important thing first. And that's, for me, was find the children.
Yeah. So maybe if we just stop there and maybe just explain for people what the Polar Academy is, because I know you've got some quite incredible stories, but I think it's great to give that context. And also, just where did the idea come from? What was it triggered in you? Well, maybe explain what it is first, and then tell us what triggered it.
Yeah, right. Well, the Polar Academy is straightforward. It's a children's charity, but it's the type of children that kind of makes it unique. Because for years I've been speaking in schools and educational establishments about exploration and doing all these expeditions to cold places and all this. And seeing the expression from a certain group of children looking back of that look, well, that's great, but I'll never, ever be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
And it was that middle cohort of children that we have in every school. I mean, and it's not areas of social deprivation per se. It's everywhere.
Yeah,
children are children. Doesn't matter. And I was fascinated by this because I thought the attitude was only around when I was at school. Things must have changed, and I can tell you, nothing's changed.
Yeah,
nothing at all. There's an element in every school in Scotland, UK, around the world, of invisible children. So good kids who work as hard as they can, but they're not seen because you've got the academic side that takes time up, and you've got the chaotic side that takes even more time up.
Yep.
So they grow up seeing achievement actually relates to either side of them and not them. And this is a few generations. So they think it's drummed into them, achieving anything in life is for other people. You should just be happy with your lot and just get on with it. But unfortunately, this is also the group that we read about every day. This is the group that really suffers from mental health. Yeah. This is the group that are the victims of bullying and other horrific things. Yeah. And especially in Scotland, we don't have the facilities to look after them. I mean, we deal with a lot of kids on suicide watch, right? A large number of the kids that when we first start are on suicide watch. Now, if they want an appointment through official channels, that could take 18 months.
If they're lucky.
Yeah, if they're lucky. Yeah. Again, it's postcode. That's not good enough. Yeah, we're losing children. With us, what we do is we work with them intensely for a minimum of a year. But we don't just work with the child, we work with the family. And that's the difference.
Yeah.
There is no point changing a kid's life and then putting them back in a household that doesn't understand what they've gone through. They'll just revert back to the dark place they were before. So it's a full family thing, and it's not a stick and plaster fix. This is lifelong. I mean, the kids that I worked with 11, 12 years ago, all grown up adults now, they still talk about it. It changed everything for them, absolutely everything. And it's great because they still come along, they still help. They haven't left yet.
Yeah.
So I say a year, it's actually 12 years so far. You stay with it because they know the changes it makes. The way we do it is really simple. We give them huge responsibility, but we give them 100% trust that they can do it. Mm-hmm. So the end of this, the goal is to take them on a major scientific polar expedition up in the Arctic, right? Something that most adults think, that's impossible. We go in winter as well, the best time to visit the Arctic. Mm-hmm. These kids, maybe 14, 15-year-olds, but they're doing university-level science while they're out there. They're hauling a sledge, 45 kilos, up and down mountains. They are looking after themselves. Mm-hmm. We teach them to such a level that they appoint leaders every day amongst the team. We're just there to make sure that they don't forget anything. It's up to them where they go on the expedition because they're all trained in navigation. It's their expedition. And you can see them change by the hour. And what I say to them all every year is like, all the darkness you've got inside you stays here. It doesn't come back to Scotland. The ice is strong enough to cope with it, and it always stays there. So when we bring these kids back, they are different human beings. Right? Everything that we've told them that they can do, they've actually proved to themselves they're capable and more. I mean, the Polar Academy, we never meet expectations. Never. I hate when people say we meet expectations. We always exceed expectations. And when we get there, we double the objective and then exceed that. And we keep going and we drum it into these kids how capable they are. And it gets to a tipping point, which I love, where I can stand back because they've picked up the momentum. They've got it now. And they just carry on with it. And it kind of cascades down into the family. I mean, we've had families where, say, the mum, because of what's happened to her child, just had to give up work and they've lost confidence. And there's a lot of guilt as well, even though maybe nothing to do with them at all, what's happened to the child, but guilt's there. So they've stopped working. Things have gone downhill. They've spent the year at Polar Academy. Their child is flying high. All of a sudden, they think, well, I think I can go back to work. Mm-hmm. And they go back to work and think, well, I'm actually really good at this. And it's that whole ethos of like, you can do this. You are far more valuable than you think out there. And we prove it every single time with them. So that's Polar Academy. How it started.
Yes.
It started for me, and if you come to my office, I'll show you this, a book. It started by a book given to me by my headmaster at primary school, a book called The Worst Journey in the World. Right? And if people read it, it does one of two things. It either puts you off going anywhere cold for the rest of your life, or it inspires you to crack on with the dream that's buried deep down. And I read this book when I was 12. And I thought after reading it, it's a hard book to read. It's a story of Captain Scott. And I read it and I thought, that's what I want to do. I would have loved to be in Scott's team. He said to have changed things a wee bit and actually lived.
You would have come back.
I would have come back. But I thought that this was true bravery. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have a go at Scott. Scott was such a great leader. men followed them to their death, right? It's like, I mean, he was great. Same with Shackleton and Nansen and all them. These were true explorers going into the unknown, not sure of what was around the next corner, over the next hill. I mean, that takes a courage that we can't understand now.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Courage isn't being smart on Instagram. That's not courage. I've seen true courage, and I thought that's me. And I mean, I used to pretend to be Captain Scott. I would build sledges and drag them for miles, and then have to find a phone box to call my mum to come and get me, and all that.
It's something he didn't have the luxury of, I guess.
Absolutely. And but I used to fantasize at school that someone like Captain Scott, a man, would walk into school one day and say, "I'm recruiting for a polar expedition. Is there anyone here willing to come with me?" And I would daydream for that all the time, because school really wasn't for me at all. I spent my time looking out the window.
Yeah.
I wanted to be outside. I was kind of a feral child. My happy place was out camping in the woods, out hunting rabbits and fishing and all that kind of stuff that made sense to me. I've never used trigonometry.
No.
I've never had a use for it. I don't have an artistic cell in my body. I'm pretty good at navigation.
Yeah, thank God.
And skiing in straight lines. But I thought, I want to feel what these guys felt when they were out in like the polar plateau, seeing these things. And knowing that would never happen, no one would ever come into my school to offer this. And thinking and walking out when I was a young boy, the only way this is going to happen is if I'm that person coming into schools saying I'm recruiting for a polar expedition, who's up for it, but having the right team. So that was the catalyst for it. It was my headmaster, a guy called Jimmy Brown, who in my eyes was a legend. Absolute legend. I mean, a head teacher that would take you out and show you how to climb trees. He showed me how to catch adders. He was brilliant. He taught me about plants, wildlife, everything that made sense.
Wow.
Everything that made sense to me. He was a true teacher. Not just someone who passed a curriculum on to you.
Yeah. I've been lucky enough to hear directly from previous Polar Academy graduates about their experience and how it's changed them, and you know, they've shared their backgrounds, which are pretty harrowing in some circumstances, and less so in others, as you say, is a whole mix. But there's always that kind of as you say, that invisible middle type person, and you can just see the change in them, and they're all going on to do things that they probably never expected to do.
Yeah, and that's the best thing when I get a phone call or an email saying graduation's next Thursday, do you fancy coming? I think, I remember you when you didn't think you were going to make it to 16. You thought life wasn't going to allow you to get to your 16th birthday. Now you're graduating, you've got a plan. One of the proudest ones for me was the very first expedition. I had this young guy called Colin, superb lad, absolutely superb lad, but been through a lot, and he lost his dad to cancer. He lost his hero as well as his dad to cancer. And he went to university, but his real passion was always the military. And then getting that message saying, "Craig, can you come down and passing out parade?" I'm passing out at Lumsden. He's a Royal Marine, right? And going down there and seeing from wee Colin, wee 14-year-old Colin to Royal Marine miles was just incredible. But I mean, we've got school teachers, we've got scientists, we've got everything now, but we've got like 270 happy, focused individuals now doing that. and their families.
Yes, that's the other thing. The first graduate, his whole family ended up. Just everything got better for them, didn't it?
They're off the scale now, especially his dad. I mean, his mum's got her own business. They're in South Island, New Zealand, but built their own house down there overlooking. But he works for this oil and gas company, and I mean, the only way I keep up with him is on Facebook.
Yeah.
Where he's like, in Singapore for a meeting, I'm in Los Angeles for a meeting. And it's like, this lad was from Falkirk.
Yeah.
Like, not been out of Falkirk. And you think, again, it's hard work. They work hard for this, but the rewards there. I mean, the biggest thing for us is funding for these kids.
Yeah.
And no one ever rings you and say, Craig, here's £100,000. Like
knock yourself out.
That work for children.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen. Every penny is fought for.
Which is actually it's a good point. You know, we move on to talking about money as much as you never paid much attention to it, but it's probably a good point. Is it because it's 25,000 per child per expedition? Is that right?
That's everything. That's the whole year.
The whole year.
Everything.
Yes. Which is a lot.
No, it's not. It's a tiny amount in the grand scheme of things. I mean, if you've got a child on suicide watch, what's 25,000 to have them alive?
No,
nothing.
True.
Absolutely nothing. I mean, Scotland, the Scottish government spends hundreds of thousands on single children to protect them if they go in secure facilities and stuff. 25,000 is nothing. Especially the payback that these kids give, because it's not just the kid, it's what these kids do at the end of it. Each kid, even though it's free to them, has to go out and inspire and help a minimum of 3,000 other kids who are struggling.
Yeah.
So it's so we say £25,000 per kid. It's not. It's £25,000 for 3,000 kids.
Yeah.
So it's just how you do your arithmetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you find? I mean, it's that fundraising sector is.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
And it gets harder and harder each year.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many brilliant charities out there.
Yeah.
And we're all fighting for the same dwindling pot of money. Foundations are given less, but the need for these charities and the work is obviously getting greater each year.
Yes.
So you have to be cleverer and think differently. We can't rely on just filling out application forms. That's a gamble.
Yeah.
Not one penny is guaranteed. So you're looking at maybe 4 or 5% success rate doing that. So you can't rely on that.
No.
So I mean the way that it works for me, I don't know how it works for other charities, is good old-fashioned sponsorship, which is a company or individual sometimes gives a certain amount of money and you brand up, as we call it, wear the stuff.
Yep.
I really love that. That's good because the company gets a lot out of it because we actually come in and talk to the staff, show them where the money is going, because they know every penny is going towards the kids. The difference it makes. You've got to prove to sponsors that the difference it makes. You can't just say, like, give us your money and, like, cheers for that.
Yeah, yep.
You've got to prove. You've got to work at it. But the most important way of fundraising for me is the patrons. Because they're a special breed. And these are mainly individuals and some syndicates as well. But and really, I'm the only one who knows who the patrons are. So these would have been Polar Academy kids back in the day. There is something that happened in their life that's been a major disruption, a major trauma. And they've been lucky. They've somehow managed to get through that and survive. They use the word survive a lot. and then they've got a bit lucky in life.
Yep.
And they want to give back. But again, these guys have no ego as well. So they give knowing that every penny goes to these children because they are just looking at a reflection of themselves.
Yeah.
And again, you've got the right people because they don't talk about it. They don't brag on social media how charitable they are.
Yeah.
They just do it.
Yeah.
Invite them to certain things if they come. They like to stand at the back and go, right, I've done something good.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing that child at the beginning when they were broken, truly broken, and their family was broken. Now look at them standing on that stage. So we've got them. Now, to find someone like that's really hard.
Yes.
Because you can't advertise for that.
No.
So it's word of mouth. So the way I get patrons is like you start with one, and you say, right, can you help? And it's every year we need help. So it's like if you're in this, you're in it for the duration.
Yeah.
And they'll eventually go, listen, you should speak to my friend.
Yeah.
And then you go and speak to them, and I don't know what it is. I've been told before I've got a knack of seeing trauma in people's eyes. And we do it, we actually name it. We have Emma's eyes, we call it. And I can see it, especially when they try and change topics and all this kind of stuff. And they put the mask on.
Yeah.
We can see the mask because we've seen it so many times before. And they get it within 5 minutes, right? 90% of the patrons I've got within 5 minutes of talking to them. Then I know I've got the right people.
Yeah.
It's just a very slow, intimate process. But again, I can sleep happy at night saying I'm surrounded by the right people that are given for the right reasons as well and making a difference. So it's probably the hardest way of fundraising ever. But
there probably is easier ways to do it.
There probably is easier ways. But it works for me.
What do you get out of this? Because you've made a decision along the way that your life wasn't going to be driven by money. Mm-hmm. Quite distinct decision when you changed your career. So, what was it you decided was more important to you than the big career and all the stuff you don't actually need?
That's easy. True wealth was more important, and true wealth to me is happiness. Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, it's the hardest I've ever worked. I mean, forget the military and all the stuff I've done that. Mm-hmm. That's nothing to what I do now, and the amount of time I put in, the amount of physical effort I put in is far greater. But yeah, I mean, I would do what I do for one kid at the same level. The amount of satisfaction you get from knowing that you've saved someone or helped to save someone, because they're doing 99% of the stuff themselves. It makes it all worth it. When I was saving someone £6 million in a day because I had the knowledge to do that, and they thought it was special, I wasn't special at all. I mean, I didn't care what they saved or not. Yeah. Or if someone was weeping in front of me because they couldn't get their super yacht that month. Yeah. Which I have had. And it's like, there's more important things in life. I mean, I don't want to be sitting...
It's a lack of perspective there somewhere.
I mean, I'm 56 now. And I think it's only now that I'm getting a career, a true career that is making a difference. I mean, the letters we get in from parents, and it could be a year or two after we finished, makes it all worthwhile. Mm-hmm. Not just talking about their kids, but talking about them and family unit, the difference it's made. So when people talk about, well, it's expensive, and you go, no, it's not. Mm-hmm. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. I genuinely love it. And the people who now work with the Polar Academy, we've got Lorna, who you've met. Again, I mean, she was a Polar Academy mum. Her daughter went through it when she was really broken. So again, surrounding yourself with people who get it.
Yeah.
Absolutely get it. And now my son's joined the team. And I'm chuffed to bits. Chuffed to bits of that. So, yeah, the real explorers joined.
Yes, and I should say there's something you said to me which I've never forgotten, which is I think it's when the first time I saw you speak was there's a difference between an explorer and an adventurer. What was that?
Yeah, an adventure is just a poorly planned expedition. Yeah.
That's where people lose weight and lose fingers. And,
exactly. But it makes for a brilliant book.
Sure.
I get asked that a lot. Like, when are you going to write your book? Because I've got all my diaries and all this kind of stuff.
You do journal all of this. Then, I take it.
Yep. And I mean, I've got tens of thousands of photographs and video.
Yeah.
And I thought it's like it'd be the most boring book ever. If I wrote
So you just went to plan.
Yeah, it's like plan A worked.
Yes,
because you haven't seen the work that went into plan A.
Yeah. See that though, I think there is something in how you go about that. A lot of it must be it's just discipline. It's repeatable. It's a process. You've got to get it right, and if you do all the right things the right way, then you shouldn't have those the stories that you see on the telly or read about or whatever.
Like our guys are a real special group of people. I mean, we've got 10 or 12 guides now, as well as doctors. A lot of them are ex-special forces guys and stuff, so they've got that mindset. But we have a saying, and it's just like, do 100% of your tasks 100% correctly 100% of the time. Nothing's going to go wrong then.
Yeah.
Yep. If something of an element comes in that changes it, adapt instantly, overcome, and crack on.
Yeah.
Right. Nothing stops you from achieving. So if I ask a guide to do something, or go somewhere, even if it's like ski back 60 miles, get me something and bring it to me. And they go, yes, I know absolutely that's going to happen. Without fail, no matter what they go through, they're going to be back. They'll find a way to get back. If we have a huge storm coming in, I say, listen up, gather around, guys. We need to protect these kids. Right? This is what we're going to do. We're going to start Meg Rally. We're going to hoof it. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Okay. Yeah. It's done. And the same thing, if I'm unsure over something, it's like, guys, this is the situation. Let me hear your ideas. They'll come in and you just take the cream of it.
Yeah.
It's that. So it's a perfect team. To become a polar guide is the hardest thing on the planet. Because we have extremely high standards. To get in there, to be able to do all these things and be brilliant with the type of kids we work with. There's a really special breed of person. But we are dead lucky. We attract them.
I think that's because I was thinking of how you can apply these things, and it's probably actually the opposite of you. That's your version of the real world out there, and my version of the real world in here. What the application of that to business. A lot of people listening to this run businesses and work in businesses, but I'm actually really interested in talking to you more about that. Because I think there's so much of that practice and discipline can support you.
You should have been
life.
with us last week because last week I was asked to run a leadership course. For TISO.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And it's like, okay. I've never described myself as a leadership coach or anything like that, but I'll show you what I know, kind of thing. So a friend of mine who was ex-colonel of the Gurkhas, top bloke, absolutely top bloke. We ran this course, and it's like, again, it's different from anything else that these guys have ever been through. Neil, the Gurkha, he's very hands-on and brilliant at describing what leadership is and the tricks of leadership and all that kind of stuff. But true leadership doesn't work if you've got fear or you don't have confidence to lead. So that's when I'm brought in to show that, to get rid of fear or to use fear as a positive tool instead of a negative tool. So, I mean, it gets lots of laughs, this stuff I do, but I expose fear to these people and then teach them how to overcome it and use it positively. So when they go back in the classroom with Neil, it's like, okay, I can do that now.
Right.
All that stuff that Neil was teaching us, yeah, I've got the confidence to do that because the fear that was hidden in me for years that I never even wanted to speak about, Craig's just got rid of that underwater.
I was wondering if that's where you're going with it, because I have seen videos of this exercise.
Yeah, my happy place is underwater.
Yeah.
So, and no matter who you are, how good a swimmer you are, it's a leveler of everyone. It's a fear inducer, and that's what I use. But then I'll teach you how to slow your heart rate down, how to use that fear, and how to be totally focused. I mean, 100% totally focused on your environment, your capabilities, everything, into an extremely high state. And again, it's a military process. So it's slow to start. So if I was doing it with you, it'd probably take me 5 minutes, which I consider slow, to get you into that state of mind. And then put you underwater in that state of mind. And I won't get into details because you are going to do it one day.
Yep, I am.
And you won't believe your capabilities. Then get you up and calm you back down again and say, right, we're going to do it in this situation. And you get really good at it. And now when I do it, I click my fingers. And I don't know if you notice when I'm speaking in your office, as soon as I walk on, I click my fingers. And I'm instantly in that. So the fear's gone, or I use fear to help me get through something. Yeah. And then when I walked off, I click again. So I'm back in Civvy world. So it's the same if I have to do something major that takes major decision. Then I can go into that. So everything's focused. It's as if you're turning all your senses up to 100. Yep. So, and it's impossible to get physically tired when you're in this state as well. So that's why you can ski for 2 months without having a break. That's how you can go up these big hills at 56 faster than an 18-year-old. Because as soon as I just slow my heart rate down. So when I first met my wife, she thought it was a freak of nature because I can physically make my hands warm by thinking about it. I can induce faster blood flow, but I can teach you that. It's a technique. That's all it is. Someone's probably written a book on it. It's probably got a name, but I haven't a clue because I've never bothered looking it up. It's just a tool to me. So that's why, like in the videos in Polar Academy, you'll see the kids going along, they've got all this down on, big gloves and all that. Yeah. Then you'll see me and you'll see a couple of other guys with similar backgrounds, and we're like bare hands because we can't put gloves. It's too hot because we are controlling everything physically as well as mentally the whole time. Sounds a bit voodoo, but it's not. It's just
it's fascinating.
Good. It's a technique that anyone can learn. Absolutely anyone. One
of our previous guests left a question. I think this is particularly relevant. Is because you do so much for others, and obviously you get a lot out of it as well. But what have you done today, or in the last couple of days, that was just for yourself?
It was yesterday. It was yesterday. I've got a friend who's actually a stepdad of one of the Polar Academy kids. I've got to know really, really well. Top bloke, and a similar background to me. And we got speaking. And my downtime, and you've got to have downtime, is playing guitars and fishing, right? And I've done that ever since I was a wee boy, and ever since I can remember, all I wanted was a fishing boat, to go out and be like Ernest Hemingway. Just sit there and maybe not smoke cigars, but certainly drink.
Yes.
and fish. And speaking to my friend, he was the exact same. And we're of similar ages. And you think, well, why haven't we done this? And that was 3 weeks ago. We had this conversation. And then yesterday, we both went to look at a fishing boat. And again, I mean, it's 12 years old. It's not a new thing. It's not fancy. We looked at it and we both went, that's the one. That's the one I've been thinking about.
Is this the one like you visualised?
Yeah, absolutely. And we sort of looked at it. And when you look at something, I don't care what this guy says. That's the one. Ours. But it was perfect. I mean, the previous owner looked after it properly. I mean, loved it. And so there wasn't this big discussion, shall we, all that kind of stuff. And I think it's the only time that we like, we're doing this. That this is ours now. And went to see the guy, and it's like, what you're asking is fair, absolutely fair.
Yep.
I'm not going to haggle at all, because you've done us right by this, but it's ours now.
Fantastic.
And then say like texting Michelle, it's like, how's your day been? Oh, that's 'cause, by the
Warming
way,
up to it.
by the way, and again it was like Michelle. I mean, I'm the luckiest guy on the planet. Michelle knows that I need this time to get the demons, all the demons of these kids go in my head as well, and I've got to get them out to de-stress from that. So I think she immediately came back with like saying, you're going out, you catch Jaws now or something. And I thought, oh, yes, that's the best yes you could ever have. But for me, this is like a huge purchase. And I mean, I never spent, I mean, I give my kids everything. I never spend on myself much, except to buy guitars that maybe buy one every 10 years. But this, and you know when you've bought something right, because there's no guilt at all. There's nothing. Good. It just feels great. And you think, I can't wait to get this in the water and go out and catch fish.
No, that's brilliant. I'm so pleased for you got your boat. Well done.
I can't wait. Yeah.
I look forward to it. Have you got a name for it?
Well, we're going to rename it, and I might let Phil name it because I'll just come up with some stupid like Aussie or something like that.
Oh, brilliant, Craig. Thank you very much for that. And also, we need to get you to leave a question for our next guest.
Right. With all the nuts stuff that's going on across in America just now, and the greed that you're seeing from the administration, right? If you could have one day in the Oval Office where all your policies were implemented and never changed, what would you change first to benefit the people of America?
That's a great question. Very topical. Thank you for that. Well, thank you very much. That's been amazing. I can't believe we again. It's I think there's so much more we could talk about, but what you're doing, I've seen the evidence of it. It's incredible. So, keep up the good work. Where can people? How can people get involved with the Polar Academy? Where can people find you? What do you want from people listening to this?
I want more Scots behind the Polar Academy. I have very few businesses and individuals in Scotland helping Scottish children. I'm looking for Scottish patrons. That's what I want. Easiest way, we're all over the internet. Just Google us, get my number and phone me, and I'll come round and speak to you. Because I hate doing emails and that kind of thing. I'll just come round and speak to you. But do it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
And or you can email Lorna again. It's all that. I'll contact you, and you know where I am.
Well,
you
this
can
is
always
it.
find me.
And when this goes out, there'll be we'll have our joint socials on it and everything, so people will be able to find you. All right. That's brilliant.
No, this has been great. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Craig. That was excellent. Cheers.
Cheers.